Hello and welcome to News Hour, 60 minutes of live news here on CCTV International. I'm Li Xin in Beijing. Topping this bulletin, Indonesia's president has visited the West Java province, the area worst affected by the powerful earthquake. The 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck Indonesia on Wednesday afternoon. It has killed 57 people so far and caused widespread damage. James Kim has more details.
Yono visited a village in Cianjur district where a landslide buried a row of homes. He cautioned rescue workers to be wary of aftershocks.
Before the aftershocks really stop, we still have to be aware. Remember previous disasters in Novaya, Nias, and Aceh, there were a lot of aftershocks following the main quake. I hope there will be no aftershocks so we can immediately conduct the search and rescue.
Villagers were searching for more than 30 listed as missing and feared dead. Rescuers initially used their hands to dig through the mud and rubble. Heavy digging equipment had not reached many parts of the worst affected areas. At least 110 people have been hospitalized with injuries, and 10 are in critical condition. Many of the casualties were caused by collapsing walls and roofs. More than 24,000 homes, offices, schools, and mosques were damaged nationwide. Yono has pledged $500,000 in national assistance to help victims. James Kim, CCTV.
For more on the Indonesian earthquake, we can talk to Ria Nurrahman, our correspondent in Indonesia, and she is in the capital, Jakarta. Hello, Ria.
Hello.
Can you update us on the rescue operations in the quake-hit areas, please?
Well, for the rescue operation, the authority has provided 6 helicopters and heavy machines. And those 6 helicopters are provided to observe the remote areas and to distribute the assistance such as food, medicines, blanket, and other provision kits. And according to the flowing of the data, the Disaster Coordinating Agency believes that those remote areas have been reached now because the day after the earthquake happened, the agency only received a report from 4 districts out of the 10 hit districts, and then they are now starting to have the data from all of those 10 hit districts. And the heavy machines are used for assisting the evacuation process, especially in a small village that is buried by a landslide. And it is predicted that that there are 45 people live in that village. And then the rescue team has succeeded to evacuate 5 people, and the evacuation has been going on since yesterday, even up until last night. They had to do it a little bit in the dark because the electricity powers were cut off at that village. And and also the biggest challenge that the rescue team face in that area is the wide area of the landslide, and also huge rocks that are quite hard to move.
Okay, besides the worst-hit areas where it is very difficult, yes, for the rescue teams to conduct their work, for the other areas...
I'm having a hard time to hear you, but the other reports is now the people in the quake areas, there is actually still a trauma, especially for the people who lost their house and also who lost their family. To inform you, there is around 25,000 people who now live in the shelter, and 40% of them is actually located in the village where the landslide occurred. And also for the people who live in the coastline, they also still have a trauma because of the warning, the tsunami warning that has been issued immediately after the earthquake, although it was being removed after that. But for the other people and the other areas that are not near the coastline, the activities are back to normal. Actually, they are already back to normal since yesterday. And then what the government is going to do for the second day is they are now going to focus more on providing more comfortable and decent shelters for the people who need to stay there, because the health reports have started to appear, which is something very predicted, because that many people live under one place. And also the authority and the Red Cross and the other relief agencies now have intensified more to deploy the medical units to the shelter, and then in some areas they even provided a field hospital. And other focusing on providing more comfortable temporary shelters, the government also going to focus about the distribution of the food, which is what the people have been mostly complained about. They claim that it is not that they do not have enough food to be distributed to them, but it is because they're lacking human resource to distribute the food.
Thank you very much. That was Ria Nur Rahman reporting live from the Indonesian capital of Jakarta, updating us on the aftermath and the rescue and disease prevention measures being taken over there. Now